What is going on, my esteemed witnesses of the courtroom? This is the Croc, and today we're going to be having a Red, Blue, Yellow Plus Wi-Fi battle versus our buddy B2J135. Looking at the team preview here, I have the normal ground type Tauros with that wonderful dual physical stab and a resistance to electric type attacks, and of course, as always, heralding one of the highest speeds in Red, Blue, and Yellow combined. Next up, as far as walls on my team, I have two. My Magneton is my premier defensive wall, being electric rock typing, can pull some confusion shenanigans as well, and can explode in the form of Sonic Boom being a special type explosion move. Special type electrical explosion move. Moltres gets a Drill Peck, so I had to use it. It's going to be a Screech variant with Drill Peck Screech and Shenanigans and Fire Blast. Butterfree is probably my favorite Pokemon of Red, Blue, and Yellow Plus. She has her dual-type stab in the forms of String Shot and Psychic. She has Utility Sleep Powder, and she has Recover with a ton of base speed. My other favorite Pokemon on my team being my Tangela, having both the Grass Water typing here, and being able to pull off a Pseudo Sweep with Growth, Mega Drain, Absorb, and similar shenanigans. In addition, the final member of the team is Gyarados, which is going to be a special sweeper that is water and dragon type with dragon type special stab. I hope you guys enjoy the battle. Check out B2J's channel after the battle, or you can click the annotation above there to go straight to it. Let's get into it. Enjoy the show. Alright, let's get into this match with B2J135. I'm going to be leading with Red, Blue, Yellow God 2.0. He is going to lead with Sinister, his Arbok. Now, I'm going to go straight away for the Earthquake. Do remember Arbok is Ghost typing here, and he makes a really bad misplay right off the bat, a misclick of that, going for the Lick, allowing me to two-shot his Arbok with no damage to my Red, Blue, Yellow God. Now, he is going to send out Whippet, his Tangela. Tangela is going to be a bit of an issue. I would love to paralyze this thing, and luckily my Body Slam does the trick right off the bat. But B2J reveals that he's got this Substitute. Now, that's going to be a very big issue for Tauros in general, because Body Slam does not break the sub. I don't know if that's a minimum damage, if it breaks the sub or not, but it's going to enable him to get the Stabbed Absorb from behind the Substitute and continue to gain HP. Luckily here, I will break his Substitute with that second Body Slam. Unfortunately, Tauros is really hurting right now. The only real thing I did for myself here is to paralyze this Tangela and make it much easier to deal with after the fact. So, unfortunately, Vine Whip will take down Tauros, which is going to make me bring in Useless. Now, this is a free switch into Useless, and the reason is I do have Stab String Shot, and he actually overplays here, and I was thinking he would switch out. He wanted me to go for the Sleep Powder and waste a Sleep Powder just to get a free switch into whatever he wanted, but I'm not going to fall for that. Going to go straight away for the String Shot and play very safely and go into Legend. Now, B2J is going to be withdrawing and going into Reshiram. I figured that was coming, so I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse, aka the Dragon Rage for Red, Blue, and Yellow Plus, and that is going to do a very substantial chunk to Reshiram considering he is indeed Dragon type. Now, he's going to follow up with a Rage, trying to get the para on Gyarados, being that Legend is a very bulky variant and strong in Red, Blue, Yellow Plus, but that is not going to happen. He's not going to get cookies or anything else, not going to collect Go, not going to pass Go, collect $200, or do anything else efficiently. And I was going to switch out to Ek here now. Luckily, I switched into Tangled Up in You. I wanted it to be Sleep Fodder because Butterfree is a big issue, considering the way this Butterfree is designed as opposed to mine. So I'm going to take a free switch here into Legend. Going to take whatever it wants to throw at me. I figured he'd throw the Confusion, but he does opt to go for the String Shot, hoping that I would indeed stay in, which I do not. Now, I am going to be able to go out into Red Storm here. Now, Red Storm can threaten out pretty much anything I want. I'm going to go for a Screech on the switch. He kind of wanted me to waste a Fire Blast, but that really wasn't necessary, as I can just KO this thing with a Drill Peck and be done with it, and down goes this Premier Wall. Little do I know, though, now he's got this wall, which Aerodactyl is trading speed for survivability, and I'm thinking I could take Rock Slide very, very well with Magneton, and that being a crit, obviously not going to be able to take it, but I am faster because of the bulk investment of the Aerodactyl, but unfortunately I will miss my Thunder. And he goes for a Rock Slide, and now he's going to switch out again, predicting me to go for the Shockwave. Unfortunately, if you don't hit, you will not get the explosion effect or the recoil effect. So luckily, I get to keep my Magneton, get off a Toxic on this Marowak as he takes me down with a takedown, being stabbed and taking some recoil there. Now, luckily, this poison is on this Marowak, which is going to enable me freely to go into Moltres and threaten him out with a Fire Blast. I'm going to go for the Fire Blast regardless if he switches into this Aerodactyl, because that 1/3 chance of burn, even quad resisting, would be very, very beneficial in taking this beast down. But you see, I'm not going to get the burn, and he is going to be able to KO me with the Rock Slide. So down goes Red Storm, and that will be that. Now, I will take this opportunity to go into Useless. Now, I'm figuring here that I could go for a Psychic, but he thought I'd go for the Sleep Powder, so he double switches out into Marowak to make that Sleep Powder useless, forcing me to go for the Psychic. Now, I wasn't thinking here, but Boomerang being the Ghost type and I am the Psychic type, that is going to easily do a ton of damage. And in addition, Red, Blue, Yellow Plus allows Marowak to get priority with Bone Club, so that's what's going to happen here. And Butterfree is effectively going to get revenge killed by this Marowak. So, now, I am forced to go into this Tangela to take whatever it is that he wants to do, and he makes a misclick here, goes for the takedown, and is going to die either to the... He was going to die to the toxic damage anyway, but he could have done a little bit more to me with the Ghost-type attack, which is fine. He decides to sub with Aerodactyl as I am asleep, and goes for the Rage. Now, I will take the Rage pretty nicely, all things considered. And because I am asleep, I will not get paralyzed. But Rock Slide does a pretty substantial chunk and gets the flinch as I do wake up on this next turn. Now, interestingly enough, the Mega Drain actually breaks his substitute. On top of breaking his substitute because it's 5th gen mechanics for some of the parts here, I do get the mechanic of getting to heal off on the substitute. So I will take this opportunity to be faster and KO this thing with a Surf. Now, in comes Butterfree. Now, Butterfree, I'm very, very scared of. Looking at the damage range, he could easily 2-shot me with String Shot. But that is not going to be the case, and I am going to 2-shot this thing with the Surf, and that is going to be an incredible game, Brian. Wow. B2J, what a great game for the first Red, Blue, and Yellow Plus Wi-Fi battle. In my case, the second Red, Blue, and Yellow Plus Wi-Fi battle. Now, how can you guys get involved with this? I'm going to leave the link in the description to the version 1 release. I guess the new version will be 2.0 or 1.0, whichever way you want to look at it. We have changed some of the moves, but even in the version stage, it is completely playable. There is a nice little text file that comes with the download that you can go through and see what moves need to be changed in order to have moves that actually do something. So yeah, thank you HM635 for doing this. It is amazing, it is fun, it is different, and gives some differences to the bog standard 5th generation as we move into the 6th generation. If you guys enjoyed the narration, you know the rules. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, show that like button some absolute love and objection, and find the computer room and the croc. Peace out.